The new Restorative Justice Center is part of a wider span of criminal justice reforms, which includes the Inter-American Development Bank's support for the Criminal Justice System program. Through the center, Guyana will employ efforts to ensure there is rehabilitative justice over lengthy jail sentences for the perpetrators of petty crimes and first-time offenders. The model has been tested in other countries and has worked, but on the local front, the Ministry of Legal Affairs has enlisted the assistance of teachers, community and religious leaders. According to Attorney General Anil Nandlal, other strategies used to fight crime over the last 100 years have not worked. He believes the innovation of restorative justice can be helpful in this regard and said Guyana is a leading example in the hemisphere. He said there needs to be a reassessment of promoting punitive justice over rehabilitative justice.
So we tried death by hanging. We tried death by faith injection. We tried death by electrification. We tried flogging. We tried solitary confinement. We tried hard labor. We tried protracted and long sentences. Have they worked? We are living in a crime-infested society as never existed before.
Nandlal maintained that sanctions should bear a reasonable relationship with the crime committed, but said the government will focus its attention on a new concept. And according to Minister of Human Services and Social Security Dr. Seelall Persaud, this approach will mostly be to the benefit of young adults and juveniles who commit non-violent crimes. Already, a new restorative justice legislation is in place, but Dr. Persaud believes challenges still exist to utilize the opportunities made available to prevent young offenders from moving to grave and more serious offences.
So restorative justice, I think, will impact especially on the juvenile population. As you know, the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security also deals very much with the juvenile population. It has an impact because it focuses not only on the perpetrator of the crime, but the person who would have experienced that crime. It brings to the table the opportunity for the victim's voice to be heard, for there to be on both sides the understanding and the impact of the crime from the side of the perpetrator and also the person who experienced the crime. And it gives the perpetrator the chance to understand meaningfully the consequence of their action and also the opportunity for rehabilitation.
The general problem to be addressed by this program is the overcrowding in Guyana's prison system. The program will focus on the high proportion of individuals accused of non-violent offences who are incarcerated while in pretrial detention and the reliance by the criminal justice system on custodial sentences for minor offences. The program places an emphasis on the rehabilitation of the offender rather than on punitive punishment and seeks to dissuade against the heavy reliance on pretrial deprivation of liberty. For the newsroom, Kurt Campbell.